Good evening, everyone. Happy July 4th holiday. We are on the eve of July 4th, 2024. I'm Reverend Rob Nashak. This is our spin into stillness. Thank you so much for being here this evening, especially since I was away last week. And I'm so glad that you have decided to return this week, whether you are watching on the recorded live stream or the live stream or the recorded version of the live stream later. Either way, you are contributing to the unique energy of this particular experience, and I am just delighted and here for it. So it is the holiday, July 4th holiday. We are celebrating freedom and freedom in even much more of an expanded definition of it than just our civil freedoms and our civil rights, but we're talking about our freedom in spirit, our freedom to be who we authentically are. Meditation helps us get there. Meditation gets to that deep voice that we can hear, that is the only voice that is really telling us the truth about who we are, that deep self, what I consider to be the divine voice and the divine in general, source. So that's what we can do here for these few moments on Wednesday evenings. And here you are. So we have a couple of steps in our meditation procedure. We first start by setting an intention for tonight's meditation for yourself. It can be anything. Maybe you want to just be a better meditator. Maybe you want to learn how to become more mindful. Maybe you want to have a long-term effect of some inner peace or some serenity. Maybe you've got a specific goal for this week that you would like to kind of get some more information on, guidance about experiencing. It doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be not complicated. I do encourage you to write it down if you can. I write mine down on this little slip of paper, and then I write another little slip of paper with the words everyone's intentions. And that's because when you set that intention, and if we were in person, I would gather those written intentions and I would throw it into a bowl of flames to be burned up and set free. We can only hold on to our dreams and desires, and then we must let them go and have them return to us. So if we were live, I would be sending them out into the flames, but we're still sending them out into the flames because I write everyone's intentions, throw it in a burning bowl of flames, and the energy from everybody that is participating is gathered here, this little slip, as a proxy. So set that intention, send me some energy about what that intention is, and then this little piece of paper will collect it and we will throw it out into the flames. But before we do that, let's set that intention. Are you ready? I've written mine, which write everyone's intentions. And then if you have your little slip of paper, you can hold it in the palm of your hand as you are meditating. And you can add your energy to it and then send that energy out. So this says everyone's intentions. Right here, it's going to gather energy of everybody right here, because I, of course, play the drum during our intention or during our meditation. But here it is gathering energy, I assure you. So the next step in our process is we draw an oracle card. An oracle card is or a divination card, however you want to choose it. You know, some people say that they are predictors, or some people use them in that way. But for me, a reading or an interpretation of a card is never about being a prediction of the future. It is about establishing a prompt, a creative prompt for you to get more focus on that intention that you've just set. So this card is not necessarily going to be a prediction about that intention. It's just going to be another perspective for you to consider when you are seeking this information, when you are seeking this outcome of this meditation. So whatever comes up is a response to that intention. It gives it a little more focus, a little more clarity. That's all. And it's really how I use the cards in general. It's just giving me creative inspiration to tell a story. In this case, we're telling a story about our respective individual intentions and what does it have to say. So it's not too complicated. I like the prompt if I were writing a story. I like when I get prompts from external to myself that I can use as a guide when I am creating something. So inspiration, that's all. Inspiration, creative prompt. The mind, the imagination is all what I consider the essence of spirituality. Because spirituality involves metaphysics, which is beyond the physical, and because our imagination, our ability to see things, to have memories, or to envision something for the future, to imagine a story or a character, those are all very much a part of spirituality. So that if you ever have a mystical experience and you say, well, it must have been all my imagination, guess what? It is, because imagination is our spirit. It is the divinity working through us, coursing through our spiritual veins. All right. So we're going to draw the top card because this way I'm not reaching into the deck and using my own intuition. The top card is one that you can see, I can see, requires none of my intuition, but we are going to stop to draw this. We're ready for tonight's card, July 3rd, 2024. And that card is, oh, Sagittarius. I know a couple of Sages. So I think we may have had this card once before, but its word is expand. So think about your intention, think about this response and how it might fit together to give you more focus, more guidance as we go to meditate. Now I'm going to put the card up onto the screen as I do every week so that we can look at it together. Yeah, that. There we go, Sagittarius. So check out the card as I read more about the card. And again, you're looking to absorb the information, to listen to the words, get feelings from the artwork, and apply it to the intention that you just set moments ago. Let's read more about the card. Card 9, Sagittarius. And Rhea, if you're watching, hey, Sag. Sagittarius asks us to think big, travel far, and use our restlessness and curiosity to create. A mutable fire sign, Sagittarius' symbol is that of the centaur, which is half human, half horse, which epitomizes the connection between humans and the natural wild world. Sagittarius, ruled by expansive Jupiter, rules the thighs, the muscles that propel our movement. The sun shines in Sagittarius November 22nd through December 21st. Now, again, this doesn't mean you can, this doesn't mean that you have to be a Sagittarius in order to have this message apply. This means that Sagittarius has a message for all of us in response to our intention. So our action. Sagittarius has two imperatives. Expand your perspective. That's what we're doing now. And humbly speak your truth. So let your perspective become versatile, flexible, and curious. Travel in the body or in the mind and explore a larger philosophical, environmental, or metaphysical context for this situation, meaning the intention you've just set. Imagine you are on a mountaintop. Look down at your life from 1,000 feet up. Now take it further, like the astronauts who look down on our spinning green and blue globe and see no borders between countries. You are a global citizen. Change your life to reflect that reality. Speak your truth. Remember the fairy tale The Emperor's New Clothes. A pair of con artists arrive at an emperor's court claiming to make beautiful garments. They say their creations are only visible to people of quality. Incompetent people can't see the clothes. No one in the emperor's court wants to admit that they can't see the supposedly intricate garments, and the emperor wears his new clothes on parade. Only one honest Sagittarian style boy speaks up without rancor, states the obvious. The emperor is naked and breaks the spell. Ask what spell you need to break and speak up. The challenge of this card, just because you see it, doesn't mean you have to say it. Timing and pacing are everything. Be honest, not mean. Ask if what you are about to say is wise, kind, and necessary, as well as true. Watch out for the geographic cure, the belief that travel will solve your problems, because wherever you go, there you are. The gift of this card is honor all your relationships. Sagittarius reminds us that our spiritual path is connected to all our relations: two-footed, four-footed, many-legged, winged, scaled, and finned. And they are all connected to us. So interesting, because in order to expand our perspective, it doesn't necessarily mean we have to go somewhere else physically, like travel. Because sometimes we think, oh, if I move here, my problems are going to be over. If I leave this job, I'm going to have these problems are going to be eliminated. But wherever you go, there you are. You always take you with you. So that perspective change is going to come from in here, from that deep voice that we're about to have a nice dialogue with as we meditate. You ready? Excellent. So let us get comfortable and let us also remain alert. So find your space, your nest, however you want to create this space where you can relax yourself. Let the cares of the day just kind of take a little breather, because they'll be there when you get there, when you get done or not. You want to also relax and keep the mind going. If you can take the words that I'm reading or saying, if you can listen to the tones of the drum and remain alert, then all of it gets to be very active in the meditation that you are doing and in the dialogue you're having with your deep self. So let's get comfortable. Let's take some breaths together. Now, I would like us to have a natural inhale and exhale, a very dedicated and intentional breath. We're going to start that by taking some breaths together. We're going to inhale through our nose. I want you to inhale fully, fill your body, your entire body with oxygen, every corner of it. We're going to hold it for a moment. Then we're going to exhale it all completely out. We're going to hold that moment as well. So inhale, hold, exhale, hold. We'll do that 3 times together. On the third one, you can close your eyes. Allow yourself to drift to that place of both alertness and relaxation. We'll go from there. So let's inhale through our nose, nice and deeply. And hold it. Exhale through our mouth, pushing out all that air, clearing it all out, and pause. Inhale again. Hold. Exhale completely. And hold. Good. Inhale one more time. And exhale. Now hold. And exhale slowly. Close those eyes. Card is on the screen. You can look at it whenever you'd like. You can squint your eyes open if you prefer. You just need to remember what we are talking about, what we're thinking about. And so as the tones begin to sound, as you begin to hear them, allow the tones in your breath to align however it works for you. Just keep the breathing deep and intentional. Allow them to take you deeper, to drift away. Breathing in at your own pace and holding it, and exhaling at your pace. And as your breathing remains intentional, but comfortable, allow your body to relax more and more, and as it relaxes, as each corner of your physical body relaxes, you want to imagine it becoming light as it relaxes, lighter and lighter in weight. So if we begin to relax, from both ends, just imagine your head relaxing, and imagine that relaxation just moving through your body as a release from your body's limitations. And so where we've made ourselves feel warmth or a slow, smooth feeling of syrup or honey, this feeling tonight is a release from the physical body. So instead of feeling warm or slick, it begins to just feel relaxed. It's like each part of our body that relaxes becomes a part of the air. It remains here physically, but it is light as air. So we can sense the shape of our body, but we ourselves are lighter than air, floating. And we realize that this state, that we are floating, this feeling that our body has released its pain and its limitation, it's mental anxiety, it's fear. In this space tonight, there's been a sweet release, and that release has revealed our essence. And that essence is pure. It's an essence that has no shape or form. It's a presence. Think of our essence as like natural gas, which we have to add a scent to or an odor to so we know when there's a leak of it. But our essence tonight is just like that. It has no color or essence, because the limitation from our bodies has been temporarily lightened and released. We are pure essence, which means we awaken ourselves to the other essences tonight, and there is no beginning or end to the individual essences, even though they remain unique. All of our essences gathered, whether we are on the live stream or listening to the recording, they're gathered here. We can sense them with us, because all of humanity is here, even though we've created this space to gather. There's a little bit of each and every human being, each and every being, period, on Earth in us, just as our little reading about the card did. We are the two-legged creatures. We are the four-legged, the multi-legged, the winged, the finned. Feel the universe. Feel your essence as having all of the universe in it, and yet being contained within the universe as well, in a cycle that moves in and out and front to back, blending and unblending. And we realize that at this fusion of essences, at this gathering of our essences from this meditation, is revealed as just a gathering of humanity. We know that is the definition of expand that this card, that Sagittarius, brings to us. Expansion is not just getting bigger for its own sake. It's coming together, realizing that it is not clear where I end and that you begin. And this very concept is expansive because it means that the universe is vast, and still expanding. And when we realize that we are all connected, this very idea is what allows our perspective to shift. We didn't suddenly become all one. We realized, or we are realizing, that we are all one, all connected. The physical reality has never changed, but our perspective has, because we begin to realize what is already here, what is already a truth. It is like when a room begins to lighten up a little bit at a time. We begin to see more things in that room as you turn on another lamp and another lamp. Everything was already there. But the more light we shed on it, the more our perspective expands. It's not an empty room, it's a room with a desk or a chair, or clothes or people, just like the universe. this expanded perspective, this new way of realizing our oneness with everything. How does this impact what our intention that we set is just a few minutes ago? How is that expanded perspective allowing us to see that intention that we set from a different space with added information or insight or understanding? How are we seeing things more clear, feeling them more deeply? And now, just in this space where perspective is expanding and more information is being revealed that has already been there, allow your essence to meet and greet that deep, deep self, because it is this deep self, the true self, the soul self, which is also the divine. That deep self has a message for you, related to your intention and the card of Sagittarius and the invitation to expand our perspective and speak our truth. So just have these next few moments with your deep self and allow that voice, that deep, beautiful, divine voice, to share information with you with clarity or with mystery if you prefer the challenge to figure out this week how it relates. But right now, that deep self has a little more information for you regarding the card and your intention and your intuition. What does it all mean? Your deep self will start to share some of that information right now. now, allow that deep self. Give it permission to go back into your essence even more deeply. As it reminds us, as it reminds our material self, our earthen body self, that it is always there for more information and more insight. It is always available to us. We just have to choose and intend to call upon it. And know that it is always there. Feel that safety, that comfort. And then allow yourself to say goodbye to a part of your essence that is never really gone. And then begin to feel the essence, which has just gotten so light, to become just a bit more weighted. And we do this by becoming conscious of the breath that has been working the whole time, but as we become aware of it, as we breathe in and breathe out and feel that oxygen move in and out of our lungs and out of our body, we feel the body. There it is as it breathes through. So with each breath that you inhale and exhale with intention, imagine your body becoming more and more weighted, not heavy, just weighted by the material world, by the material earthen self, and form its shape around where we left it. Breathing in, breathing out more and more vividly, corporeal. You feel it, you feel your fingers, you feel your toes. Maybe you feel your stomach growl because you missed dinner. But oh yes, we are still human beings. We've never not been, but we are eternally essences. So let's just take a few breaths to return completely to our body that is completely formed here in the material world. We're going to breathe in quickly. Inhale and exhale. Inhale again and exhale. One more breath, inhale and exhale as we return to ourself completely. We're back. We're back, and yet we never left. Cool, right? So, how did it feel? Could you see that perspective? Did you get into that center? And as we realize that we are all connected, where I cannot see how you stop and I begin, how I begin and you stop, or vice versa, we begin to see things from a different perspective. If I am you and you are me, then I have to respond differently than I might have been responding, because I might have been considering you or anybody else or any animal or situation as other. But it is not. We're all connected. That's the expansive perspective that we need in order to accomplish anything in the universe. And of course, the intentions that we set. So, I loved it. Let us send it out. I know there's been a couple times over the last month that I have raced right through, so I apologize for that. But I'm going to start by just checking out mine before I set it out. And I'm going to know that this intention is going to be expanded by the expansive perspective once I see us all connected. So, off we go into the wild blue yonder. This is everyone's intentions. I'm going to try to get onto the same flame. Yeah, so they all burn together. Yes. We kept the flame. We connected the two. And now let's just emphasize a nice "and so it is." Because as we affirm that we have just made these affirmations, these intentions as being a done deal. It's just, now we just got to let the universe help us find that done deal. Thank you for being here tonight. My friends Sue and Kathleen, always on the Zoom. Glad you're here. Glad you are always here. I'm glad you missed last week. I missed too. I was away, and glad to be back as well, even though I had a wonderful time. So let's see who is elsewhere, if we would like to, and on the Facebooks or on the YouTubes. Well, I don't see it, but if you are here, you can still write your comments in the comments line of either the YouTube station or the Facebook Live, which is going to stay up on Facebook. So say hello, and remember, please hit like and subscribe. I cannot believe that this community that I see for us all is just a fantasy. Let's keep exchanging ideas. Let's keep sharing what we are going through or experiencing, or what we felt during these meditations. So just go onto Facebook or YouTube, check out the videos, and then what was going through you as you went through. You don't have to give intimate details, but just some idea that you are in there making the connections that we are setting out to make. Okay, fair enough. Good. Listen, it's summer. We are in the heat of summer. Literally. Can't believe it. Have a wonderful holiday. Have a safe holiday. Freedom is not free, and we've heard that statement before, but let us make sure that we are always remembering to exercise our freedom the way that we have been offered to exercise it, because it can all go away in a second. And so vote and remain aware and remain positive with your own personal perspective expansion. Because when you expand your perspective, you can help expand everyone's perspective, and maybe we can all get along a little better. So have a wonderful holiday, safe holiday, as I've said. Stay wonderful. I will catch you on the next meditation. Good night.